at nothing all day. And we've been taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. We've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business. And I've been working overtime. Work out.
All right. Welcome, everybody. We are part of the Villains Network, so that's what you see on the intro there, coming in, everybody. And so again, I just get a shout out to Andrew, who helped us fix some technical difficulties. Okay, guys, you'll see I'm scrolling down there. I'm asking you guys to subscribe, like the content today, share it, comment on it, do whatever. Somebody commented on last show so much that I spent half the afternoon replying to all the comments. I will reply. And if Molly sees them, she'll reply too. If you got a specific question for
It's a really small screen, but I'll try.
Today, we have a special guest, Shanda Berry, who did play for the Hawkeyes back in the 80s. And so we are happy to have her. And Shanda, could you just tell us a little bit about, I know you played at Old Wine in high school and ended up at Hawkeye, how your career there went and everything, and what you've kind of done since then. Just to kind of get the people that remember you.
Yeah, the 4 years, 85 to 89, playing at Iowa, it was just wonderful. Staying home, having home crowds, family being there, friends. It was a great experience playing under Vivian Stringer, one of the best coaches out there. And afterwards I went and played overseas professionally. I was in Japan for 3 years, Spain for 2. I did a little bit of time in Sweden with Jennifer Azy. And I came back, I joined the police force, and then the ABL started. And the New England Blizzard general manager got a hold of me and was like, "Why aren't you at tryouts?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not in the basketball world anymore. I'm a cop." And they brought me up as one of their premier players. So my department was very forgiving, and we get to take a year leave without pay, and they broke it up in 6 months for 2 6-month increments for me. And so I go up and play, come back in the winter, come back in the summer, work the street, go up and play, come back, and then the ABL tanked. So,
how many years? 2 years doing that?
2 years with the New England Blizzard. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that the same league that the Iowa Coronets were a part of at one time, or not?
No.
I know they were they had like a 2-year shelf life too before their league.
Yeah, I think that was a lot earlier. This was 96, 97 to 98. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but and then like I said, I retired after 30 years of being a police officer in Montgomery County, Maryland, and that's where I'm at.
All right. Not a bad place to live if you want to live there.
It's good. 2 hours to the mountains, 2 hours to the beach.
Oh, that's
not
nice.
bad.
And how far to the capital?
About 20 miles.
That's not bad.
Nice. That's nice.
It's not bad. I remember my one and only experience at the Capitol. I didn't have to drive. I took a taxi, but I remember being stuck in traffic going over a bridge looking at the Capitol building.
Yep. No,
all right.
It's good.
All right. Well, let's just get started. We want to recap a little bit of the Penn State game, which I know Molly didn't see it live, but I think she watched it later. And I was texting her, and I know she was at the Texas football game.
Yeah.
I probably bugged you a lot, but I needed an outlet.
No, it was fine.
How frustrating that game, watch us get started against Penn State, and Penn State just totally dominating us to start the game.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Shanda was at the game.
Shanda, you were at the game, right? And you sat behind the bench, I hear?
I did. I have connections with Callie Levine. Her's a longtime family friend. Her parents lived in my hometown. Yeah. So.
Well, that's cool.
Got you tickets. That's great.
Yeah.
She is my current favorite Hawkeye player, but looking at the season stats, I'm really disappointed. She's the only person who's played who hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, I know. I keep wishing that she does.
Yeah. we keep talking about her. We're like, we just,
Yeah.
I know how that is. So we just keep wishing them, man, I hope they get in there and get a few baskets or anything,
Yeah.
just to get on the floor. Cause
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she's an excellent shooter, so
yeah, it just means
Yes,
so
she is.
much.
I'm just surprised she hasn't, figured out how to beat out one of the other 4 freshmen to get some playing time. But I saw her. I'm gonna be honest. She was in Jada's podcast, and I watched her on the podcast, and she just made me her personality just made me fall in love.
she's a good kid.
Yep. Love it.
She gets more playing time in the future.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm sure she will.
Okay, so just kind of walk us through what it's like sitting behind the bench like that, because some of us don't get that privilege. Some of us don't have that kind of money, and we don't have the connections.
It makes you want to play.
Does it?
It puts you back. Puts you back in that mode of really wanting to be on that bench with them. Go back to your playing days and want to get out there, want to like be part of the team, and because that's your old team, your old stomping grounds, and you want to yell stuff at them. But I know I shouldn't, and I didn't. But
okay.
they're coming off. You'll be able to tell them good job and stuff like that. But it's not my preferred seating because I can't see the overall game. I'd rather be a few more rows up so I can analyze the entire game. But now it just brings you back into that whole mode of playing and thinking that you're 21 again. So yeah.
And Shanda, don't you find it even more nerve-wracking because we're not on the court? Like,
absolutely.
It's horrible, isn't it? Like, because you can't do anything.
Absolutely.
You guys just want to get out there and play and help, don't you?
Well, you're watching the post players, and it's like you're like they're there, and you're just like, do this move. This move.
Like literally.
I would do this move. I'm telling my friend that I brought with me. I'm like, oh my gosh, you so do this.
Yeah, just drop step. It's wide open.
Yeah, or drop step, or take a back step and back.
Yeah, or like push her to the top of the key. Like.
No, guys, I've coached soccer for years, and now 2 of my grandsons are playing soccer, so. Going to their games, I get so frustrated because sometimes I see the coaching is not doing what it needs to do, and I'll see these players just not doing the basics that they should, and I just look at my daughter. I want to go out there and coach. Do you mind? No, keep quiet. It's not your job anymore.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
But I do know that we were excited to finally see Taylor McCabe hit her 3-pointers. I know that.
Yeah, that girl, she had 17 points that day, and she came off the bench, and she was 62.5% from 2-point line and 3-point line.
Yes, I mean, I was like, thank you. I wanted that so bad for her because she's been riding that ride.
Yes, she has.
Because she lost her starting job, and she knew she would once. Falter came back, but
Falter, yeah.
But I was saying today on the Chad Lysicle show that I felt like maybe it's time to put Kylie on the bench because, statistically she's just not cutting it, in my opinion. But you guys are expert and you might see something different than I do. That maybe we put McCabe in there, and he reminded me. He goes, she played the last 7 minutes of the 4th quarter of that Penn State game and never came out. He says it's who finishes rather than who starts that you can tell. Who's the most effective in the game. And you guys probably know that from your own playing days.
Well, and sometimes players are better off coming off the bench, and they produce more coming off the bench as far as instead of being a starter.
Yeah.
And so I think right now her position, she's filling that position of coming off the bench and doing what she needs to do.
Yeah, and I was trying to just maybe look and get into maybe what Jan's doing, and I was trying to because I was saying maybe it's her defensive side of it. I mean, because her defense was off just a little bit, and I know that when she wasn't hitting her shots before, then you look at it where you're giving up this many points defensively and you're not pulling it back on the offensive end of it. So, I mean, that may have a little bit to do with it, but I was just so happy for her because I'm like, finally, because she rode the Caitlin ride. She's done all of that and she's a junior now. And you're like, because she can shoot. I mean, the girl can shoot the lights off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when
Well,
you shoot 62% from the 3-point line, I mean, come on.
I mean, it's insane. And I mean, and she's just been cold, and it's like, and she's so quiet about it.
Yeah. Well, she claims in some interviews that I've watched many of them that she's a better 3-point shooter than Caitlin Clark, except the only difference is she can't shoot them from the logo.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I've
she
seen
has
her
proven
hit
that. I mean, she even proved that last year also.
Oh, yeah.
And shooting her 3-pointers.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And then Hannah Stolke gets her double in there.
Her double. Yep.
Yeah, that 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. But it was so like quiet too, though. Like it wasn't, I mean,
she's that way. I mean, she is that way, but you can tell that she's still very comfortable underneath that basket.
Yeah.
And with O'Grady coming in and taking that spot where she was last year,
right.
She's having to learn her new game. But when she got underneath there the other day in the game, she was scoring, and just when she gets mad, that girl can play.
Yeah, she can. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, and I know, like with you and I kind of like to really finesse people, and we had the quick footwork, and I see Hannah doing that. Like we would pull people out, drive them in, do the quick, turn around baseline, up and under things. I mean, we were quick like that, and I see a lot of that in Hannah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could bang with the best of them, but I really we like to run the floor and do exactly what Hannah's doing.
Hannah does too. I mean, she ran track in high school. I mean, just like awesome. I did. I mean, she's a gunner. She's a runner, and it's just.
I wish they would get her out running wider. You know how we used to run out and run that wide one and then cut
absolutely.
in? Because she could do that. I was telling people, I'm like, she'd take off down the floor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I used to do with Jolette and
come on.
Steph.
Right?
I mean, God.
Golly. You might as well forget it. If you take off, they're going to get you the ball.
Yep. They did.
Wide open layups.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she definitely is very athletic and can do a lot of things. Because, I mean, even if she stays out, she can shoot the 3-pointer. So.
Yeah. And then O'Grady had 16.
Yep, she went 100%, 8 for 8.
Crazy. So she had 16.
How about that? Both O'Grady and Taylor both dominating the point scores for the Iowa team.
Yeah, I know. They did. I mean,
and
it's when you have 16 and 17 points, and then Hannah comes in with 13. I mean, it's just. They just.
I don't know what Lucy ended up with, but she started off
11.
really hard, but I think she came on strong.
She had
at
11.
The end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she had 11. Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
She had one really sweet move up underneath the basket, man. It was right there in front of me too, and I was like, oh my God. Her family was sitting next because she's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And I know her family was there. They were sitting next to me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So, here's a question for you guys. Somebody suggested that we bring in Guyton to run the point and move Lucy to the 3, which would bench Kylie. What do you guys think about that? They say that Lucy's more of a natural 3 than she is a point guard, but I don't know that.
I can see that.
I think she's a better 3 too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely.
I do. I mean, I think it puts her back into her natural. I think they're trying to run her at the point like they did with Caitlin, but I do really think she's more of a 3, and I think that might eventually happen once those freshmen, if you've got Guyton and Stremlow running what they need to run, the 1 and the 2, right?
Yeah.
And then Lucy moved over at the 3, and then just throw any of your posts in. I mean, O'Grady, Stolke, Hayden, Right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because you look at last year. I mean, there wasn't really like Bluter had. I mean, obviously, Caitlin was the runner in the point guard technically, but anybody could run that point guard, and nobody was really like a center or they were all like the same. They were all guards.
Yep.
And it wasn't like an assigned position like you're going to be down low. It's like anybody could be down there. Anybody could be running the ball. And I think they're kind of trying to do a little bit, but they don't have that. dynamics as what they had last year.
No, they got to go back
With-
to that old school 2 in,
Yep,
3 out, or
absolutely.
1
Yep.
in, 4 out.
High-low.
Yeah, they've just got to go back to it. I mean, it is what it is. That's who you have. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got
Aren't some of the best coaches the ones that adjust to what the players that they have?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Instead of forcing a system on people who can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, Jan's been raised and taught that way, so she's gonna be fine. I mean, we're all from
absolutely.
Iowa. We've been taught that way. It's in
I'm
our
not worried
blood.
about Jan. I'm
we,
not worried
we got
about
the
her.
Iowa basketball brain.
We do. Like, come on, get us all together. You'll never stop us. I'm just telling you.
Right. Yeah.
Not sure what's
absolutely.
going to happen with this team the rest of the season, how we're going to end up at the end. And I mean, obviously, I don't believe we'll finish as strong as we did last year, but I'm looking forward to next year because I think really we're building for next year even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, obviously, Jan, as the assistant coach, she did a lot of the recruiting. She recruited these girls.
Yep.
And she brought them in, but it's just now that she has to put her style into it, which is going to be very similar to Bluters,
Right.
because that's who she's been trained by, and she's that's just ingrained in her, and
Mhm.
so she just needs a year or two to get in her flow. She knows the players, like I said, she recruited them, so
yeah, she does. Do you think her system is a little more defensive oriented this year, which is why we're not scoring over 80, 90 points a game this year on an average? Or do you think not? I mean, to me, it looks more defensive than in the past.
I think they're making up with defense because they're not scoring like they were as freely as they did last year.
I mean, you're losing 40 points with Caitlin. Come on.
Right.
That's a
Right.
huge
I mean,
chunk.
Yeah.
And there's so if you think about them losing those points from Caitlin, right, and then what they're scoring, they're literally still doing what they did last year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, but they've got to, but they do have to play defense. I mean, they are going to have to because
and they had to with Penn State because Penn State they weren't missing.
No.
And their girl Gabby Elliott, number 0 with 32 points.
32 points. She was killing it.
Come on. And she shot like 60-some% from the field. The girl could not miss.
Oh my God, she was killing it. I was like, if she just throws it up behind her head, it's gonna go in.
It would have. It absolutely. And she shoots a knuckleball. Have you ever watched? Did you see her shot? She shoots like a knuckleball.
It's crazy.
But I told Callie, I said, it was a tough game. It was a tough win. Penn State should never been in that game as tight as they were because I don't think they could compete with us on a daily level. Just that Elliott was shooting phenomenal,
lights out.
And so when they make shots, we can't run the ball like we normally do. We can't run up, and push the ball up the field, and especially with their big girl that they had. If we could have run, she would not lasted in that game like 5 minutes. That's
what I'm saying. Like I was looking at that too, and I'm like, she's coming from, I don't know, some lower level Bellamede or something like that.
Yeah. She transfer.
And I'm like, and that girl was like, she's gonna have to get in shape because that's tough.
Yeah. They were wrestling her a lot.
They were running her into the ground.
Yeah.
They were. She was. You could tell she was tired. She was traveling. She was pushing, but she got the ball. She put it in because what is she? 6'7", 6'8"?
Yeah, 6'6", like 320 or something like that.
Plus, she's a wide body. It's like you got to get out of her way, or they're gonna just call foul on you no matter what.
Yeah,
exactly.
She's a big old girl. Exactly. She's kind of like what's her name from Iowa State. I mean, there's just not much you can do.
Yeah, they're very similar. Very similar. Although I think at this point, I would say Audie Crooks is a little bit better player in my opinion.
That girl is very talented.
She's got more endurance for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Bill Finley, he on the endurance part, he did that last year, just putting her in for minutes at a stretch, resting her minutes at a stretch, and he gradually grew that out until she could handle it.
Yeah.
It's not like back in the day when we were playing and they take our body fat and make us be at like 18% body fat.
Well, wait a minute now.
Not anymore.
Molly, you sent me that clip of your high school championship game against Fort Dodge. your
Yeah.
state high school
Yes.
championship game against Fort Dodge?
Yes.
I want to know until the last minute or so when the game was actually decided. It was the same three of you playing the entire game, and my wife is going, "How do they not get tired? They've not taken out of the game."
Because
We
you
did.
don't.
You don't. I mean, yeah, we played even in
You
Iowa.
can't
I
take
mean,
me
I
out.
there were days that, yeah, you just didn't get to. Oh, my
That's
dog.
okay.
Drop
Sorry.
your phone.
We
Yeah.
we went 40 minutes. Like you didn't come out.
No, you didn't come out.
No.
No.
He's stuck with pretty much the same six people, the three on defense and three on offense.
Yep. And
He
we
didn't,
just
he didn't
didn't.
sub much at all, I think, not until the
No.
very end when the game was pretty much decided.
Yeah, no. We just never came out, and I didn't want to come out.
No, I never wanted to come out either.
I'm like, I'm good. You don't need to take me out.
Congratulations on being the only freshman to ever be captain of the MVP team.
I know, that's crazy, huh? I had no idea what was going on. I was just playing basketball and having fun.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm sorry, but you had said something that triggered my memory from watching that video last night.
It's all good. Yeah. But yeah, the Maryland team, I mean, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
They're averaging 80
know-
points. You know that,
Yeah.
right? And we're doing
I
75.
did not know that.
Yeah. Now they do have like 18 turnovers a game, okay? But I haven't seen Rutgers play. Have you seen Rutgers play at all? I haven't.
have.
Okay. So they forced Rutgers into 24 turnovers. So they just played them and they forced 24 turnovers against Rutgers. So I'm wondering if they're coming out doing a lot of pressure defense with Brenda Freeze, because you know Brenda Freeze from like Brenda Freeze
Yep.
is an Iowa girl too. So
Yep. Another Iowa girl.
Yep. So I mean, if she knows that she can press somebody and press a team that may turn the ball over, I'm a little bit worried that they might be doing that a lot to Iowa if they can.
Well, yeah, we can't have another Tennessee game
No.
with 30 plus turnovers.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the running we would have done with Coach Stringer if we would have had 31 turnovers?
Oh my God! Imagine the suicides. Right off the plane, go to the gym.
Yes, just go to the gym.
Just go to the gym.
Don't go to the dorm. Go to the gym.
Yep. Forget.
Well, here's some interesting statistics I was looking at on that. As you said, Maryland's scoring 85.5 a game and only giving up 58.5 a game.
Yeah.
Iowa's at 77.6 and 64.1.
Yeah.
But Iowa's only scored 11 points less total for the season than Maryland.
Well,
We must have played one less game or something than they have.
maybe.
Yeah.
And when I look at because I went ahead and looked at a scouting report. So like I'll usually look at scouting reports like if we're a coach or something and we bring it into the team. And so I looked at they have an 8-player rotation. They're very similar to what we do at Iowa because their points are going from like 22 points, 17 points, 10, 10, 9, 8, 6, 6, 4. Like so these girls are coming in. And at any time, it could be any one of those players that's going to turn it on.
Yeah, I mean, she rotates through 10 players, and pretty much out of those 10 players, they're getting 10 plus minutes each player.
Yes, exactly. And then you got Sellers, who's had a 22.8 rebounds, 3 assists. She's killing it.
From the and she's shooting fairly well from the 3-point line.
Yep. And then they brought in, I think it's like Poffenberger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 6'2", hitting 10 points.
Yeah, but she's a rebounder too.
Yeah. See, and then you got some guards, some quick guards in there. But the majority they're Smickle or whatever her name is.
Smickle and Kubik.
Yep, Kubik, Ali Kubik.
Yeah.
Smickle and those guys. Yeah, so and Smickle had averaged 17 points, and then Kubik was like 10 points or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I just know Sellers was the high scorer of that game, the last one.
So for I mean, us, we've got to be ready at any time because it's not like it's a letdown. There's no letdown when they're bringing in another 5.
Right.
It was kind of like when it was my senior year and we had Nicole Tunsil and all of them coming in off the bench after, me and all the other veterans would run everybody into the ground. Those guys would come off the bench. It seems similar to that.
Right.
And I know Brenda, if she's got a hot player, she's leaving them in. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
she's not going to care if, some coaches go with, well, this 5 and then this 5 or this 3, or she's not going to care. And you're not going to
No.
know which one of them is going to turn it on. So,
No, I mean, I think Jan needs to, the team needs to be ready to come out and handle the ball, look for that full court press.
For sure.
And everybody needs to be firing on all cylinders that day.
Yeah, you have to bring your A game. I mean, you've got to keep, again, the turnovers, like I said before, the turnovers have to stay around 15 or under. You got to look at one shot and done. You can't give them, second chances to score because they will.
Right.
I don't think we can get too deep in the lane defensively either, because we seem to have a tendency to do that where we'll drop in the lane too deep and we leave that 3-pointer open. And I don't know why we do that, because our post players can take care of business. So
right, but that's what happened to them with Penn State too. I forget the girl's name, big, tall, in the corner. She kept hitting those corner 3-pointers, and they were late getting out there. She was always open.
It's like they
finally caught on, and then it's just like you cannot leave anybody open right now because they are scoring.
Yes.
And they, it's still that Iowa mentality. Everybody still wants to beat Iowa. It doesn't matter if Caitlin's on the team anymore. Everybody
still want to take us down.
Iowa. Exactly.
They do. I don't understand it, but they do.
It's just because, the last couple of years and the fame that has been brought to the team, everybody still wants to beat us.
Yeah. It's like their championship game. When they win, it's their championship game. I mean, it's like they won the national championship after they beat Iowa. It's insane. I did see that they're shooting 34% from the 3-point line as a team, and then like 48% from the field and like 73% from the line. I mean, so it's not horrible. I mean, Maryland's, and again, that doesn't matter if that's what it is now, because you come up against Iowa and they're going 100% from the line. They're hitting their threes. Like,
that's what it always seems like, doesn't it? But both teams are from the field are shooting 48%. We've attempted 70 more 3-point shots, but only made like 20 more than they have 3-point shots.
I mean,
so
they're not
our percentage is a little lower.
Okay. I don't think they're a huge 3-point shooting team, because I looked the other day in the last game, they only shot 19, attempted 19.
Yeah, and I was talking about Penn State, and I was like, Penn State had only hit I think it was Penn State had only hit like 7 in their last couple games, and then they come in and just start firing on us.
Elliott,
right?
Makes,
the little guard.
Oh my god! Yeah,
it's like, what is going on?
I mean, she put on a show. That girl was phenomenal.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she was hitting them from everywhere.
I love it.
Yeah, she saw how multiversatile she was, and so
the other thing is, Maryland out rebounds their opponent like by 16 rebounds, so they're out rebounding other teams. So they do crash the board. So we've got to.
Oh, they do crash. I mean, with
46 rebounds a game.
Brady and Olsen. Yeah. I mean, those guys they crash the boards, and they're going to have to, because you can't, like you said, you're not going to be able to give Maryland a second chance.
Because they'll score right on you.
Exactly.
And if you keep, because you give them a second chance, they're scoring. It's not going to be another miss.
No. Right.
They'll put it in. It'll either be a layup or a 3-pointer. I mean, they're just, that's just what they do.
Is there did you guys check the heights of the girls? I mean, are we going up against any tall players?
No, it's 6'2", 6 foot, 6'2", 6'2".
So we can hold our own here now.
5'5". Right. Yeah. So we literally
need to bring out Ava Hayden and use some of her height.
Yeah, we need to play old school basketball and pound it inside is what we need to do.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Like Stolke, Hayden, O'Grady should have a game.
Yeah, they
They-
should.
They really should have not an easy game, but they should have a game. It should be a good inside post game. It really should be.
Yep. Yep. They need to work it inside, outside, and just to get it in there. And I think especially Stolke. I mean, she's just the way she moves. I think that she's going to dominate down there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for sure. And then O'Grady as well. You know, even if they run the 4-5 with Stolke and O'Grady, they should be able to dominate.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure. It just depends on. We do have to hit the outside shot though, because then they'll just drop in and double team. And, you know, so they do have to hit their outside shots in order to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them a reason to commit to their defensive assignment. So, absolutely.
Sadly, the men we're tied at 30-30 with Wisconsin now. They're trailing 41-32, and Wisconsin at the free throw line.
Shoot!
Poor
I had
guys.
that game. Oh, the guys.
You guys are carrying this show so well. I get to watch a little bit of the men's game while we're talking.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, but you got Minnesota playing too.
Oh wow. So I was saying that in order for Iowa to win, they're going to have to stop the run of Maryland. So they're going to have to stop any fast break points on Maryland's end of it. But they will also have to run against Maryland.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to run. I said they're gonna have 10 or less turnovers. I mean, really.
Right. I know we say 15, but you're right. It is 10 or less.
Yeah, they're both averaging 16 turnovers.
Yeah, they got to keep it down.
Well,
Go ahead.
No. I said I have a feeling that Brenda Fries has told her people 10 or less. So.
Yep. And then they need to keep Maryland's guards in front defensively. They can't allow them to take the drive and dish out. So they're going to have to play. What do you think about defensively? Like, it seems like Iowa's only been playing man-to-man or maybe a matchup zone every once in a while, but it looks like they continue to play that man-to-man. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen anything different. I don't know. Have you? I mean, noticed anything?
No, not really.
Different?
I saw a little bit of zone the other day, but mostly it's all been one-on-one.
Yep.
Man-to-man. And, if you can run with the team and you can do it and you have, the players that are matched up and they can do the man-to-man and stay within there and not get into foul trouble, then stay with the man-to-man. But fill it out. If it's made basket, go down to zone. If it's a missed basket, just.
You remember how many defenses we used to play with Coach Stringer?
Good Lord. Oh, good Lord.
And we just knew, she had us to the point where we knew exactly what we needed to do just by what the other team, like if we scored or we missed, or there were this many seconds left, or we were at this part of the game, or we were down by this, we just knew. And we had to know. Remember, it would be so loud, she couldn't even tell us what to do. We had to know what to do. So it's just different to me not throwing other defenses at these other college teams to try to maybe throw them a little, I don't know, mess them up a little bit offensively.
Yeah, you said you had Elliott shooting the other day. Try a box and one.
Right? Coach Stringer wouldn't let somebody get 32 points on us. She just wouldn't let it happen.
Hey guys, we're going to take a break here real quick, and we'll be right back.
All right. That was a good one.
That was not supposed to happen.
What happened? What kind of commercial was that?
That wasn't. I got into somebody else's stuff.
That's awesome. He didn't even know what buttons he's pushing. That's awesome. We love it.
It is what it is. The commercials aren't here, so we're not going to run any.
Okay.
I've got a commercial for you. Kleenex.
Right.
There you
Here,
go.
Mucinex.
It's yeah. It's cold season. Do you have your box of Kleenex and Mucinex handy?
Right? Mucinex will
Oh,
help
yeah.
you get through the day. Trust me, I know.
I just want to remind everybody we are part of the Villains Network, and you would have got to see a really good video clip if it had been here, and everybody would get to see who's all part of that video clip. The only part is my logo's still not on there.
What?
Aw.
I
Yeah.
know.
We did a
Man.
football show the other night. We did a football show the other night, and I will tell you, everybody's going, "Where's it at? Where's it at?" They had to point it out to me. I go, "Yes, guys, I know it's missing. I promise we'll get it up there one day."
Oh, it's awesome.
Nice.
But yeah.
All right,
so,
let's get back on. Let's get back to our discussion. I hate to break it up because it was going
No, it's
so
okay.
well.
That's okay. We were just talking about, us not letting Coach Shanda not letting another player score 32 points on us. I do know that. I was saying that she probably would have thrown Jolette or Stephanie on her and said, "Sick 'em. Don't let him get the ball."
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, those two, their double team. Woo.
Oh, it was
They're
amazing.
like little gnats. They're like little gnats.
Oh,
So
they
my
used
theory
to-
is, but I never see this.
Uh-huh.
Do teams just take like one person and just key on that one person? Like, don't let this person score or touch the ball very much. Kind of much like everybody did that with Caitlin last year.
Yeah.
Even with the fever, when she was with the fever, they were always sticking one person. Everybody, one girl would focus on her while the rest of the team played.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
that's what a boxing one is. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
we
I
would
mean,
do it all
you're
the
in
time.
that person's face. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna
That's
let
your-
it just is what it is. And then sorry,
Right.
but we got to take you out.
Right. And that's the job of that person to do that. That's guarding that one player is to not let them get the ball and not let them score.
Yeah, so we can win.
While everybody else plays the game.
Yeah,
There you go.
and while we score and
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
and
The
kill
one
you
girl doesn't get to
defensively.
score.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds simple, but it kind of is. If you just play basketball, basic,
Mhm.
it is. Basketball's a fun game to play if you play it right. It's a
Yeah.
lot of
I
fun.
played it
Absolutely.
only in men's league at the Y, so I played it after my prime when I shouldn't have been, and then I did something stupid. We were on a fast break. We stole the ball. I was the lead, and the guy went to feed me the ball. I went to pick it up, and the guy behind me tripped me, and I went sliding all the way into the wall right behind the basket. Boom! I had to go to the hospital in the ambulance.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
You said that's it.
Yeah. And all I remember is on the way out on the ambulance gurney is one of the guys yelled, "Hey Dean, don't remember you got to shoot free throws when you get back here."
Yeah, I'm sure that was the first thing you were thinking about.
Right?
Nope. No, I got stitches in my forehead, and then I drove down to Des Moines from Hubbard. I was living in Marshalltown at the time.
Okay.
We drove down to the wrestling state, the state wrestling tournament, because my nephew was wrestling in the state tournament, and so and I remember just getting there at the Wells Fargo because they were wrestling at Wells Fargo, and I just like starting to go down those steps, and I'm going, I'm gonna faint, I'm gonna pass out.
Oh no!
My head was still all. I probably had a concussion and didn't.
Probably.
I'm sure you did have a concussion.
He's like, it's fine. Let's go to the state tournament.
Yeah. Oh, I did. I wasn't
Good.
gonna. Nothing was gonna keep me away from watching.
That is an Iowa thing to do. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, that's a. I don't know if people outside of Iowa who've never been here realize just how popular the state wrestling meet is here.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
And
Wrestling's
women's
nuts.
and girls basketball is very popular too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Especially when we played 6-on-6.
Oh my gosh, it's insane. Like
I've forgotten all about 6-on-6 until I watched the clip you sent last night, Mom.
you can't even imagine. Like the gyms were just so full. It's not even funny.
Always. It was
Always
fantastic. Yep.
Packed.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
couldn't find a place in any of those gyms. Standing room only.
No. Yeah, parking lots were full and gyms were full. I mean, it
Yep.
was fantastic.
They were never
state
big enough.
The state tournament. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
nothing
I
like
do
it.
have one question about the one player that was playing on your side, Julie Ganal. Was she
Yeah.
related to Jim Ganal, the weatherman at the TV
Yeah.
station?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think that's
Were
her
they
brother.
like brother, sister, or
Yeah,
father,
that's her
daughter?
brother. I think it's her
Brother?
brother.
Okay.
I think. I
I
hope they're
kept
not
wondering
married.
that
That'd
the
be
whole time I
horrible.
was watching that, and I'm going, she's got to be related. She just has to be.
Julie's gonna send me a message. She's like, that's my husband. I'd be like, sorry. We get older and forget.
Well,
We do.
she was still in high school when Jim was an adult, so I don't think they were husband and wife.
Yeah, no, that's got to be her brother then, or her dad. I don't know, but I know they're related.
Okay.
That's funny. Sorry, Julie.
Now, if we can only get them to watch,
Huh?
that would be fun to bring on your old high school teammates sometime.
Oh, I could do that for sure. I could get one of them up here. I don't know if I want them to tell any stories though.
Oh, I want the stories. That's why I want them.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
the
want
best
the stories.
That's the best thing is we didn't have any social media back then.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, saved our lives. That's why we're still
Didn't
alive
it?
today.
You're a cop because of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, we don't have to look at our social media anymore, right? I don't even know how they live with social media. Do you? I mean, I don't know how Caitlin lives or her family lives, or they just how they make it through what could be said on the platform.
Got to take some discipline to
absolutely.
ignore it.
A lot
really,
of discipline.
It's got to. I
Well,
mean,
and
I
you
know
got-
it would take a lot of discipline on my part if people were just tripping all over me on there, and it's just like, well, I got to read this. I got to read this. All this is making me mad. I'll get all stressed out and everything. It's like they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
just better not to read it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of players that just go off of it because they get death threats and things like that, and just over stupid things and plays that they made or things that they did while they were playing a game that they love.
Yeah.
Right.
And Smokey got a death threat last year. She had to go off media for a while.
Yes, she did.
And that's insane.
Yeah.
They're just kids.
They're kids. They're playing a game. They're mostly doing what they're told to do.
Yeah.
And it's just sad that the society, people who watch these kids play and enjoy watching them play when they're doing well, but when something happens, then they're the worst critic.
Yeah.
I think people kind of forget that they are kids still. I mean,
yeah. And a lot of people
22, most of them.
Yeah, young adults.
For
just
sure.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I could only imagine the social media back when we played.
I can't even.
Some of the controversy things that went on, and
we just had signs in the stands that were horrible.
No, because I was living in California the first time during the 90s. We left in 86, so most of the 86 through the 90s, we lived in California, and so much when the internet started getting its birth and its infancy, and the AOL thing, all started. So about 1999, I was able to go to the library because I couldn't afford a computer and start getting on the internet. And I go, this is kind of cool. I was going to play for a while. And then I start reading newspaper clippings and start reading up about catching up on my Iowa Hawkeyes. And
it's
then,
crazy.
then we moved back to Iowa in 2000. And then 6 years ago, we moved back here.
Just going back and forth, aren't you?
Unfortunately, when we moved in 2000, two of our kids stayed here and got married and had kids, so they didn't want to leave. So when I retired, it was time to let's go back. I want to spend some time with them kids.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, Molly and I, we got out.
We did, yeah. We really did. I didn't go back.
Just the snow. I mean, I couldn't deal with the snow anymore.
Yeah. I had enough.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Used to get up at 4 in the morning to go over to the grocery store and get it all shoveled out for the truck to come in, because the truck would be there about 5 in the morning. So I'd have to hurry up and get it over there, get ice melt on it, and because we unloaded outdoors. It's like, I don't miss those days.
Yeah.
I do miss the snow every now and then. Like today, it's pretty. If it's going to be 32 degrees outside, it might as well be snowing. Come on.
Yeah. See, and it was 32 here this morning, and it will not snow, which makes me so
it will
mad.
not snow.
It
What
It
just
was
does
32
snow in
here this
Atlanta.
morning too, guys.
It causes chaos if it snows in Atlanta. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh my God, it shuts down. It's
Oh
crazy.
my
Yeah.
God.
I'm the only one out there driving in my Jeep in the 4-wheel drive, watching people
La-
sled down the middle of the street. Like, what are you
Last time-
doing?
Last time Bakersfield got any snow was in 1999. I was here for it.
Oh wow.
6 inches of snow completely shut the city down.
Wow.
They didn't
Oh,
know
I'm
how to
sure.
handle it, and they had to get road graders out to clean the snow off the sidewalks. But by the next day, it was pretty much melted away, and life was back to normal.
Yeah.
We had flurries at noon today to send the kids home from school.
Did not.
Seriously,
Yes, they
are you
did.
serious?
Yes.
Well, they will send them home because it's too cold. So
oh God.
we've
You
been
don't have
sent home
heaters in
because
those
it's too
schools down
cold.
there?
Hmm?
You don't have heaters in those schools?
They do, but they're like you can't even go outside like for athletics. There's no outdoor activities, anything. And then because the kids might have to wait at the bus stop, they're like, we can't go to school.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
I'm
that was
not
bad here.
kidding.
No, I
I'm
thought
not
it was
kidding.
bad here.
I'm not kidding. And then I think I posted something on my Facebook. If you gotta go watch, excuse my brother because he said some bad words on there, but it's hilarious because it's exactly the way it is when it snows in Atlanta. He's
Mhm.
since passed, but the video is hilarious because it's exactly the way people act in Atlanta.
I did watch that video. It was hilarious. I'm
See?
sorry that he passed on.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that, Mo.
he passed what last year during softball or 2 years ago during softball. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry about
you
that.
know, it's crazy, right? Just turned 50.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Shanda, sitting
Yes.
behind the bench the other day, did you learn any new words or anything from Jan? Because she didn't look real happy with the team.
I do have to say that Jan holds her composure very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's not a coach, as Bluter was not either.
Right.
That's going to take you out and berate you.
Mhm.
It's going to be constructive criticism. It's going to be helpful, hints. And she does talk to the bench a lot. If something happens on the floor, she's constantly talking to the bench
Mhm.
and letting them know, this is what I want to see. This is what they should have done. This is what we're doing.
That's good.
And
That's good. I'm glad to hear
so
that.
if one of those players is going to be subbing in, they now know what coach wants. And she's not yelling at them, she's talking to them. And
Okay.
you have to raise your voice because you're in a gym,
Mhm.
Right.
but she's not like yelling, berating them. She's
Mhm.
teaching them. She's doing the job that she knows how to do and that she's been taught to do.
Yep.
So, because Bluter was the same way.
Hmm.
And
By the way, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Lisa Bluter is going to be honored at halftime of the Maryland game.
Oh, that's awesome.
oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
awesome.
media department, believe this. I just heard this on Chad Lysicle show today. The media department worked really hard to get Lisa to go to it. She kept putting it off and said that she thinks she had other plans and was going to be busy and didn't want to go. And so the media department went to Jan and said, Jan, we need you to work some magic and get her there. So Jan took over and got her there.
That's
Good.
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 That's good.
I mean, I can see too why one reason you want to stay away, because it's
Yep.
not, you're not in the light anymore. It's Jan's team, and Bluter made sure that that's who she wanted to replace her.
Yep.
And so if you coming to a game takes away all what Jan is doing and that team is doing now, because everybody will be focused on Bluter.
Yep.
At the game. But
Right.
it's good that they have such a great relationship, her and Jan, and
Absolutely.
it's such a strong bond between the two of them that I'm sure they talk every day, and to have her come and her to be recognized, she deserves that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she does. She's done a lot for that program.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
And
think either one of you were around to see Angie Lee, were you? Because
Yes.
I heard negative
Yeah.
things about her, but other people said that she did good. So I don't
Yep.
know anything about her program.
I mean, I don't think I followed the program much during that time because I think maybe we were overseas or
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And it wasn't
Yeah, I lost-
nothing was published. We didn't see a lot of Hawkeye games back during that time.
No,
Before everything, yeah,
No,
a lot before that was a lot before a lot of streaming and stuff happened.
Yeah, yep.
yeah.
So
Oh, absolutely.
you had to
And
be
being out,
local to catch.
right? Yeah, being out here in Maryland, I didn't get any games, and being overseas, I lost
Nothing.
touch. I probably lost
Mm.
touch with the team for like 12 years, just because
Absolutely.
of
Same.
playing overseas, going through the police academy and becoming a police
Mhm.
officer. I lost touch, and like I said, I didn't get games out here. So, but
Nope.
Angie was my graduate assistant when I went
Okay, cool.
through.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
then
So I knew.
she was my assistant with Coach Stringer, and then Mariana Freeman and Linda. Coach
Right,
Linda
Linda.
Moore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, over
Yeah.
under on how many years before Kate Martin gets offered a assistant coaching job at Iowa?
Phew.
4 years.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 4 or 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I give her
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 years in the to play, and then I think she'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she
With the new
Valkyrie,
franchise,
how
it'll be
you say that?
interesting.
Her new team. Does she hang with them this year and stay on the team?
I think she's
Mm,
loyal. I think she's
yeah.
loyal.
I
She'll
mean,
stick it out.
I saw it was either TikTok or something that she did, and when she was moving out of her apartment and going into the gym for the
I
last
saw
time
that.
at
Yeah.
the Aces, and
Yeah.
it was very touching because she is loyal, and I think that she thought that she was going to be there for a while, and she liked the team and the coach, but this is a new start. This is something that maybe she's going to get a lot more playing time, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
who knows?
No,
And
she's
I mean,
yeah. I
I
was just gonna
think
say that it looks like she was really loved by the Aces
yes.
players because all the
Yes.
tricks and stuff they play on her, and
yeah.
you don't do that to people you dislike.
Having the bus leave, make her run after the bus. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on.
Making her wear what was it? Who won the title that year that we lost to? Kate Martin.
Oh,
She had to wear that
Oh,
team's
South
uniform.
Carolina. She
South
had to wear South
Carolina.
Carolina
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had to wear South
So
Carolina
bad.
uniform.
At least it wasn't LSU stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, gal. I mean, I do know that as Iowans, and I don't know if you witnessed this at all, Shanda, and you're like leaving the state, like we're so naive and we are such loyal people that I think when we get out there, like we don't realize that it's not like that everywhere. Like it takes us a
No,
minute to go, wait a minute, like there are, it's just different. Like,
it
you
is.
know, she was so loyal to Iowa, she was never going to leave Iowa. So when
Mm-mm.
she went to a team, you automatically think, well, this is where I'm going to be. Like, I'm not going anywhere else. Like, not by my choice, right?
Right, right,
So,
right.
I mean,
Her
I
assistant
can't,
coach got the head coaching job, so she took her with
yeah,
him with her.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
go ahead.
if she didn't get drafted, she'd be coaching now at Iowa.
Absolutely.
I absolutely believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
glad she got drafted though, because she
oh,
deserved it.
I was watching the draft, and I was so excited for her.
Me too.
She's just a genuine person.
Yeah.
Somebody
So,
comes and takes her cell phone away from her. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why they do that when you go up there. They don't want you to have cell phones.
I maybe not take pictures. I don't know, but I remember I went and bought Atlanta Dreamed the tickets the fever to the Fever, of course, but I did it even before Caitlin was drafted, and I made sure I got tickets, and then I accidentally literally got the Aces game, so
oh
I got to
wow,
go watch her play too. So it was
oh that's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kate,
I
the
tried
senior
getting
year.
tickets for both teams when they were out here playing the Sparks, and then I tried to get it for the Aces and the team when they played in Las Vegas, the Fever. Unaffordable tickets for me. I couldn't afford them.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's just,
expensive.
and it was silly. And I thought, I'm just going to try something. I'm going to try a random game that doesn't involve the Fever.
Yeah.
Tried it. $13 tickets that were going for $600 for the same seats.
Yeah.
I literally got 6 season tickets in Atlanta for $250 too.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
2 season tickets to 6 games for $250 before they were drafted.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then once they
You
were
gonna do that again?
drafted, I know. Once they were drafted, I told the guys, like, you're gonna have to get a bigger arena. He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, you're gonna have to get a bigger arena. And he was like, no, I think we're good. You know, we're seeing an uptick in sales. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to get a bigger arena.
And they did, right?
And they did.
And they sold out.
And they sold out. And then they called me and said, we are moving your tickets to comparable seats. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to see these comparable seats in State
were
Farm
they?
Arena.
Yeah, State Farm Arena.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got cheap $20 tickets when they came out when she was a senior and they came out and played Maryland. I got them early enough that it was just like
good job.
before they realized like, oh, we can charge more now.
Do you guys think now that the hubbub has maybe have settled down that I could probably get Sparks tickets for cheaper when the Fever comes to town?
No,
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 Nope.
sorry.
Gonna still be running rampant.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just gonna get worse.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you missed your boat on
No.
that one. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I've never been one to go out and speculate and do something early, even though it was a foregone conclusion she was going to the Fever.
I
should
knew
have
it. I
best
was
gone out
like,
and got the tickets because you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
well,
Well,
let's
just
just
like now,
hope.
Paige Buckers is supposed to go to the Wings. You know, it's a foregone conclusion. I don't
Yeah.
actually think that's the one's a foregone conclusion. That one is not as a slam dunk in my book.
You never know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to
Yeah.
say anything because once you say it, then
It's out there.
Yep. Yep.
like,
Yeah, I'm not saying
Absolutely.
she's not going there. I'm just saying it's not a slam dunk in my book because I think there's some other players just as good out there.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's a
So it's
lot
going to
of
be
good
hard to
players out
choose
there.
which one do you want one, and it depends. What do you need on your team? Do you need a Paige Buckner who can, who's a guard, or do you need a post or something?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and
Yeah.
they're just lucky some of these girls are still too young to go.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. I mean,
Like they really
I mean,
are.
Yeah, if they
Look
had
at-
the
look at
NBA
the-
rules, would Juju be gone?
She's a
Because
little
she's a
not
sophomore
sure.
this year, but would she take off? Let's say after this season,
no,
if they had the NBA rules
I-
intact.
I don't think so.
no.
I don't think so. I don't think, that's not really something that's ingrained in women at this point.
Nope.
And if they did change it, it's still not ingrained, and it's ingrained for us to finish our years
Mm-hmm.
to the team that we've committed to. And then
And that degree.
right, that degree, and the shelf life is for college and to go on and play. I mean, you're good. You're good for how many?
Yeah.
I mean, look at some of the players that are playing. I mean,
Yeah, you got grad
20
students.
plus years. Yeah, I mean, 20 plus years these players are playing in the WNBA, and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, I
keeping
mean-
this. There's different ways of keeping yourself healthy that we had no access to or didn't know anything
Absolutely
about back
zero.
when we were playing. You
Right.
know, anywhere from compression. All these kids wearing these compression tights, and they
Oh.
need the
And how-
vitamins and the nutrients and the just
Oh, and the
everything.
turnaround on like knee surgeries or ankle surgeries, like
Yeah.
the turnaround's insane. Like,
I mean, they
and-
had us do ice baths. And
Yeah.
we're like, what the heck are we doing ice baths for? Now, everybody's buying one of those and having them in their backyard
yeah,
because it's actually good for you.
Yeah.
It's just like, and we were like, this is
I don't know
torture.
if I
Oh
could
my
ever get
God,
I
into
can't
an ice
even
bath.
like I can't even imagine like what we would be doing if we had what they have now. Like
Oh,
the
I know.
insanity of
Yep.
what we could have done as
The,
players.
the strength coaches and the agility coaches and all
nuts.
of that. It's crazy.
I can't even imagine.
We
With-
did aerobics.
We get in the pool. We burn in the
Preseason.
pool.
With-
we did aerobics.
With what do you guys, with the NIL and the
Mhm.
money and stuff involved and some of the better equipment and training that they have nowadays, do you guys would you guys have loved to go back and be that again, do it
Mhm.
again?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd be dunking for sure.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah, I mean, every now and then I could get one in, but
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. But I
definitely.
would be doing it in the game with what they have now.
yes,
And the
exactly.
nutrition
Exactly.
and everything. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, because they were just feeding us whatever they could feed us. I mean, if they would have put us on some of the stuff that I know we could be on with the supplements, we'd have been completely
Mhm.
different players.
Yep. Yep.
Like, just-
Absolutely.
Just killing people.
Wow. Yeah, I would definitely go back and play.
Yeah, and I would do it
Absolutely.
all over again. I don't regret a thing.
Okay.
No, not a thing.
I just wondered.
And the girls now need to just love it and take advantage of it and play as long as they can and get all those NIL deals and get those degrees and do what they need to do to be the best they can be. Because that's what's
Yeah.
great is about like the Iowa Hawkeyes, what they're really high in their GPA and a lot of them
They
have,
had
it's
5 on a
nice.
dean. It's 5 on the
Yes.
dean list. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great to see that. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
And I just thought of something else. When all the college basketball player women are criticizing Caitlin Clark, do they realize that she had a big part in getting the NIL deal done?
Who's
Do they realize
criticizing?
that?
Is anybody criticizing? Who's criticizing? You mean like the WNBA?
Yeah.
Or who?
Yeah,
Or
but like
anyone?
the girls that were, because they benefited for the NIL when they were still in college. The ones who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Yeah.
benefited for that. But if it hadn't been for Caitlin Clark, being on the committee to help get that done, her and Jordan Bohannon, there wouldn't probably be an NIL today.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was
All
not.
I
I
know
was not
is
aware of that.
me either. But I mean,
Mhm.
all I know is that she's changed the game like Jordan changed the game for the men's. She changed the game for the women. I mean,
Yeah.
she just did. I mean,
Mhm.
Shanda and I did a lot back in the day when we played, but my gosh, you just can't even imagine the things that she did. I mean, sitting in Carver Hawkeye at a game and seeing all of those people and just going, I'm at a woman's game. This is insane.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. And I mean,
it's just
right.
insane.
And they're ranked what, 23rd right now,
Mhm.
Yeah.
something like that. And they're still the arena's still sold out.
Yeah.
Because the Iowa fans are so loyal.
They
They're
are.
so loyal. And at Penn State, we probably had more Iowa fans
Yep.
than they had Penn State fans at that game.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
I mean,
guys
it was
listen to the
incredible.
announcers? That especially the one
Yeah.
girl announcer. Oh gosh,
That's
can't
what they were
remember.
saying.
He
though.
said something about all the Penn State fans in yellow or something.
Yeah.
And then
It's true.
every time somebody on either team would shoot a 3-pointer, dagger. God, if I
Yeah.
have to hear that word one more time.
Well, and the crazy part is that if you go watch Caitlin too, there's so many Fever fans. It's insane. And a lot of
Yeah.
them are Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
now
yeah.
it's so awesome. I was down at the softball tournament in Columbus, Georgia, and I'm sitting there and I look over and I see Iowa Hawkeye, Caitlin Clark on us, and I'm like, I'm smiling because I'm like, this is the greatest ever. I mean, if
Yeah.
you wear Iowa, people see you, they know you. Like they're like, oh my God, you're
Yeah.
from Iowa. Like
Yeah,
it's
because
anyway.
most of the people that came in had 22 on or a Fever shirt on.
Yep.
I mean, so it's just they're still wearing her stuff and they're still cheering the team on. They're coming with their signs. They're getting the girls are coming out and they're still signing the kids' shirts and their signs
Yes.
that they're making for them.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it special.
It
Is
does.
That kind of
know,
reminds me. Back in 2019, went with my grandson and his family to Rams 49ers football game at the LA Coliseum. Number one, the 49er fans outnumbered the Rams fans really
I'm
bad.
sure.
And that was the
I'm
home game
sure.
that day for the Rams.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
But number two, I was wearing my Hawkeye gear, and George Kittle was probably in his second or third year with the 49ers.
Yeah.
CJ Beathard was still there, but not playing that year because he was injured. But
Yep.
but one guy comes up to me, and he goes, "Thank you for Kittle. Thank you for bringing him to us." And I go, "No problem, buddy. I got it done for you."
So great. So great.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But you wear your Hawkeye stuff, and there's always somebody that has something to say. It doesn't matter where you go.
I go to my grandson's soccer game wearing my Hawkeye gear, and always somebody there from Iowa. All of a sudden you'll hear, "Go Hawks!"
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
funny.
had this really amazing experience coming home from the Oklahoma City. We were at Oklahoma City Airport being stranded because our flight got delayed by 5 hours. So I'm
Mhm.
walking up and down, trying to get stretched out a little bit. And I'm walking up and down the corridors there. And there's this guy, I'm walking past him, and he's just sitting there playing on his computer, facing out the window, looking at the airplanes come in. And all of a sudden I hear, "Go Hawks!" And I turn around and go, "You a Hawkeye?" And he goes, "I used to play for the Hawkeyes." He was a football player, a former
Oh,
football
wow.
player.
That's
He,
awesome.
but but he's a little older now because he played for Hayden Fry.
Mm.
I said, I had to go. I said, I'm going to go look you up. And he says, you won't find much. And he was right. He didn't play much until his senior year. And then he didn't see much action,
Aw.
No.
you know?
Hey, he's still on the sideline though.
Yeah. But
Hey,
he's agreed to
you're on
come
the
on
team.
one of my football shows. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's cool. Yay.
Nice.
All
Very
right.
nice.
Well,
Yeah, I was playing golf one day, and my golf bag is Iowa Hawkeye.
Uh,
A golf bag, go figure. And I turn around, and there's this guy walking by himself, playing by himself, and he has the same bag. And I was like,
No
"Hey,
way.
Hawks!" Yeah, same exact bag. Out here in Maryland on a random golf course.
what the heck?
Like, wow.
I've had people
Well.
chase down because I got Hawkeyes on my Jeep. My Jeep's called Hawkeye. It's a black Gladiator, and then it has Hawkeye on it. I had
Yeah.
a guy running down, like chase. I'm looking at, I like see something, and I'm like, what? And I look, and the guy's running with his Iowa hat. Go Hawks! Go Hawks! And then I've had people come out and be like, "Can I take a picture of your Jeep?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Sure.
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
I
not
want your
mad."
Jeep. Can you ship it to me? I'll take your Jeep. I want your Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll drive
sure.
it down or drive it down. No, sideways, right?
Sideways.
Across.
Yeah.
We'll drive it across.
Hey, next year, when the women basketball team has to come out and play at UCLA and USC, bring your
Ooh, that'd
Jeep
be
out here
great.
and we'll go together.
Oh, that would be great. So I get to see all my ex-teammates
There you go.
at UCLA. That would be great.
Yeah.
Might need to think about that one.
All right. Anyway, guys, we're probably starting to go down too many bunny trails. That probably signifies that I should probably end this stream. But thank you, Shanda, for coming on. I would love to have you on another time, and we can do more talk
You name it.
and more fun. And
You name it. Yep.
all right, I'll let Molly
Okay.
let you know.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
do.
Thank
All right.
you.
Guys, thank you everybody for watching.
phone
We
number, Molly.
appreciate it, and I'm going
All
to
right.
end it now.
I will never be free now, my baby, no, no.